And now we move into Division 3 where, as I said before the break, there's only the 2 games this week, 3 teams having their final bye of the season. At the weekend, well, there was the biggest result certainly happened out at AK Lions Reserve where Reservoir were held on for a 2-point win against Watsonia. It means that the top 2, or certainly the top spots, all but secured by Panton Hill, but that fight for second is now extended to 3 teams. Reservoir needs plenty to go its way to pinch second spot, but at least they're still in the hunt, and they certainly put a severe dent in Watsonia's hopes of certainly claiming outright second spot on the table. You were at the game, it was pretty close throughout.
Yeah, it was an absolutely thrilling encounter. Watsonia actually got out to a 5-goal lead in the second quarter, and I think they probably thought that was going to happen like last time at Chris Park. We're just going to go on from here. All of a sudden from there they just stopped, and Reservoir came right back. Coming to the last quarter, geez, they had their chances, Watsonia, particularly in the last few minutes of the game. An open goal went astray and they lost by 2 points. How crucial it's going to be, I guess we'll find out at the end of the season.
Certainly in due course. One kick very well may have decided whether they get that double chance or not. It was a game of huge momentum swings. You almost felt that Reservoir's goal was just before half time, got them back within a sniff, and was just so crucial in keeping them in the game.
Yeah, it certainly was. Like I said, they kicked a couple of goals in that second quarter pretty much within time on. So, you know, Watsonia sort of just let their guard down. Coming in the third quarter, they had full control, and like I said, in that last quarter, it was quite close. Some people might say the quarter was short, but I think it was just about right.
There we go. So we'll take a look at Watsonia Footy Club now. They take on Thomastown this weekend. The game at Main Street Reserve. Realistically, this is a final, isn't it now? It's a final in early August. The winner of this one is probably again the favourites to hold on for second spot. Still Watsonia, Thomastown has that game up its sleeve, so you'd fancy them, but if Watsonia can knock them over this weekend, if they can do it by a margin of about 5 goals, it obviously gives them a bit of percentage up their sleeve as well. A massive game. Watsonia has actually twice beaten Thomastown this year, and they've won 7 of the 8 quarters they've played. You almost feel that coming off the loss, that there might be an upset for them to have to win, but I genuinely think that they'll beat Thomastown for a 3rd time this year. Thomastown, though, coming off a massive win against Parkside at the weekend.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm actually going to probably go the other way. I'm going to go with Thomastown. The reason why I say that is Thomastown had a pretty easy win over the weekend, while Watsonia had a pretty tough encounter, so I'm going to be going the other way. I'm going to go with Thomastown.
Actually, the interesting one for mine was Watsonia's first loss in a long time. I think it's given buys as well in that period. They haven't lost for well over a month. It'd be interesting to see how they respond to it now. They've had such good winning form, whether they use it as ammunition now and come out firing, or whether their confidence is a bit dented given the fact that they might have coughed up a top 2 spot. So it is a massive game, that one at Main Street Reserve. It is Thomastown taking on the Watsonia Football Club. Second game of the weekend sees Reservoir take on Heidelberg West. Well, Reservoir, they've only got 2 home and away games left. They've got this one here, they've got the bye, and then they take on Panton Hill away. They'd obviously have to win both games to have any chance of pushing inside and taking second spot. It is unlikely their percentage isn't that great. They'd have to probably wallop Panton Hill in the last game of the year as well as get a big percentage boost here, but they're certainly getting back into their winning ways into the final series. And again, they looked for a while like they might play finals but not really have any chance of going all the way. At the moment, they're back within a chance of pushing for this year's title.
Yeah, I think so. They've bounced back with a 41-point win over St Mary's, and then of course over the weekend I think they're going to certainly give Heidelberg West a thumping. Good to see also Shane Mitchell coming back into the side, obviously up in the country. He's a great player, so hopefully he'll lift them. Certainly going to be a Reservoir win for mine.
You mentioned Mitchell, he was one of the better players as well. Down back, Adam Moroli he's had an injury-interrupted year. Big raps about him. He was best on ground. Ben Molan as well. So the defenders stood tall. Obviously a barrage there in the final stages. They stood up. Heidelberg West has troubled Reservoir though. 2 encounters this year. 25 points and 16 points have been the margin. So you just never know. Obviously Reservoir needing to win big. But sometimes when you know you have to win by a big margin, you almost put too much pressure on yourself early on, and if it's not going your way, it quickly turns around pretty quickly. So it would have to be an upset for Heidelberg West. They've had just a 1 win this year, and they've got in the run home, I think it's Reservoir this week, Thomastown, and I believe Watsonia in the last game of the year. So it doesn't, or Panton Hill rather than last game, or somewhere along those lines. It's three top 4 sides. I'll look that up there. It's going to be pretty hard to see them win a game in the end part of the year. If they do, they have to cause an upset somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, I certainly don't think Heidelberg. I don't think it's going to get any better. I think they're going to, it would be a good experience to go into. Hopefully, if they can get a win coming at end of the season, it'd be great. But I don't see any light in the tunnel for Heidelberg West.
So it's the final game of the round. Of course, as we said, 3 byes this weekend. St Mary's, Panton Hill, and Parkside taking their final bye of the round at the weekend as well. On St Mary's, they were comfortably accounted for by the Panton Hill Football Club, which we probably expected to happen. Just hasn't been the best year for St Mary's, has it? haven't had as many wins as they would have liked, and Panton Hill, will they go into that final bye having taken all before them now, and it has to be said they are going to be the raging hot premiership favourites when the finals do come around. We thank you for joining us this week. We'll be back again at the same time next week. Of course, make sure you out of the ground this Saturday. One less game with an extra bye this week in Division 3. Of course, you can get all the live scores at m.nfl.org.au and also www.nfl.org.au for all the NFL news as well. We'll see you again next weekend.